We're spending time on the water with pro angler Alton Jones as he shares insight into the world of bass fishing. And speaking of bass, it looks like he's about to reel in a big one.
There's one. Oh man, he's got me around the cattail too. I mean, these cattails are tough things. I've got him. Come on, here he goes. Nice one too. Oh yeah, look at that. It's a good little fish. It's amazing how tough one little strand of tule can be, that he can hang me up around that and I can't pull him off with 40-pound braid. And that one, I never felt the bite. You know, when you're flipping, you got to be watching your line, and when I tightened up, he was just on there and it was just a little bit soft, and I'm like, is that a cattail or is that a fish? If you feel any movement on that bait, you want to lean into him pretty hard. That one's a little torn up on the top. Let me give you a little tip on a hook set for flipping anything with the straight shank hook and vegetation, especially a tube. And that is, you never want a hook set with what I call a slack line. You don't want to like drop your rod and then snap him, especially with braided line. What you want to do is you want to pull and get that line tight, and then just lean into him really hard. If you snap your rod hard, you know braided line doesn't stretch. And so what happens? Let's say my hand here is the fish's mouth, so the fish has the bait right in there. Okay. If I slackline him, I'm going to pull it so hard that tungsten weight is going to pop that fish's mouth open, and the bait's just going to come out. So what you want, when I lean hard, it's just going to kind of not pop his mouth open. It's just going to open it a little bit, and that'll allow that hook to catch. And so don't slackline them. Feel them, get the line tight. You want to lean in really hard, but you don't want to like, it's not a, it's a pull tight and then there's one. I still got him. He got me in the stuff. He's a nice fish. Now is he off? Man, I had him. I think I got him still. He's around that cattail root. Let me see if I can get over and get him. Now I can't tell. Yeah, he's still there. There we go. He just had me all balled up in there. All right. Well, that's 3 bites on this little stretch in about 10 minutes. So that's what I call a future 10-pounder right there. All right, little guy. Let's go back and grow up. Now, once I find a little area that I've caught a fish there and I've caught a fish here where I just feel like I'm around some, I'm going to put my poles down and I'm just going to pick apart. I started over here now, and I'm just going to, every little place that looks like a good ambush spot, a little point, little pocket, little isolated clump, I'm going to make one pitch there. Let me just explain to you kind of a pitch cast really quick. What's going to create the cast is just the pendulum swing of the bait, just the swing. So what I like to do is I like to start with my rod tip high, come back to a low position, and swing, and then I'm going to finish with my rod tip high, okay? And that's allowing me to keep this bait low to the water all the way out there. And that's how you get a light splash. If your bait's too high off the water on your entry, you know, you're gonna make a little bit too much noise. When you get really good at it, you'll get to where you can actually alter the trajectory of the lure just a little bit in midair, you know, 5 or 6 inches left or right. You can kind of get to where you can sort of steer it when it's on the way out there.